Welcome to the OverPower Character Spotlight series, featuring the world-ending threat that the entire The Walking Dead franchise is built around, the Walkers. The Walkers are the first character card in OverPower to use a flip mechanic. They start the game on the Walkers' herd side, representing a massive group of Walkers as a serious threat. Their backside is simply Walkers, with weaker stats because a huge portion of the herd has been killed off. But never underestimate the Walkers, because they can always replenish their numbers if they score a KO. Starting on the Walkers' herd side, the herd has one standout stat, an 8 in brute force. However, they're also a bit of a liability in their other stats. As mindless undead, they have only a 1 in intelligence, a 1 in energy, and just a 3 in combat because of their slow speed. Their inherent ability gives them an additional disadvantage. They may not play universe cards. However, the second half of their inherent is where the Walkers become a serious threat. When Walkers' herd is KO'd, you flip them over instead of removing them from the game. On their backside is the thinned-out herd, simply called Walkers. Their stats remain the same, except their brute force drops to a 6. Fewer Walkers makes them far less effective. Their inherent ability on this side still prevents them from using universe cards, and they're also easier to finish off. Their inherent reads, Walkers are spectrum KO'd by 2 power types and require 15 hits to be cumulative KO'd. Remember though, they've already been KO'd once. The Walkers are the first character with a max 8 brute force who only have a 19 threat. This fills a big gap in the brute force stat that previously had multiple 22-point characters. Now, deck options featuring 2 max 8 brute force characters are much more likely to be competitive in the modern play format. The Walkers come with 6 cards: Caught Off Guard, Overrun, Feeding Frenzy, Bitten, There's Too Many, and Unsafe Getaway. Caught Off Guard captures exactly why the Walkers are such a terrifying threat, because they just keep coming. It's a level 5 brute force attack. If the Walkers are on their Walker's side and Caught Off Guard KOs a character, you can flip them back to Walker's herd. All of the hits remain, but now your opponent has to fight through the herd all over again, creating a huge setback in their effort to KO them. Next is Overrun. This card is stronger while the Walkers are on their herd side. It reads, acts as a level 6 brute force attack. If played by Walker's herd, it may not be defended by a placed card. This powerful effect represents the opponent's infrastructure of placed cards being completely overrun. However, if it's played while they're on the Walker's side of the character card, the attack is made at -2 and can be defended by a placed card. Feeding Frenzy is a 1 per deck card. It acts as a level 8 brute force attack, and if it KOs a character, just like Caught Off Guard, you can flip the Walkers back to Walker's herd. It's another card that makes the Walker's side of their character a threat that can't be ignored, or they'll replenish their numbers and regain their 8 brute force. Bitten introduces a fun new mechanic. It's a 2 multi-power attack, but just like a bite in The Walking Dead, there is no cure. This attack cannot be removed from the target's permanent record or hits to current battle. Once you're bitten, you're stuck with it unless it's fully negated. There's Too Many is the Walker's only meta effect. For the remainder of the game, any cards that trigger additional effects after successfully hitting a character do not trigger those effects against the Walkers. They're just mindless, shambling undead, and things like life drain, poison, or pressure points simply don't affect them. The final card in the Walker's arsenal is Unsafe Getaway. It's a level 2 intelligence attack that may be made after your opponent concedes the battle. If this card is a hit, the Walkers catch the scent of their prey, and as long as that hit remains on their record, they may continue to attack that target for the remainder of the game anytime they concede. On their own, the Walkers are a strong character with the ability to flip back to their herd side by turning more KO'd characters into Walkers. But when paired with Alpha and the Whisperers, they become even more dangerous. Alpha and the Whisperers are designed to fully synergize with the Walkers. Their effects range from allowing hits to be shifted to the Walkers and used to soak up damage to cards like Regather the Herd that simply flip the Walkers back to their herd side. The Walkers are a mid-range offensive threat, with the lowest cost of any max 8 character in modern OverPower. While no single effect they have is game-breaking, They're designed to be a constant threat and a thorn in the side of whoever's sitting across the table. Expect to see them most often paired with Alpha and the Whisperers, but don't count them out in brute force decks where they stand on their own. The Walkers are a terrifying undead threat that has already destroyed one version of Earth. Look for them to be a threat you simply can't ignore when they hit the table in your next OverPower match. Thank you for watching the OverPower Character Spotlight video featuring the Walkers from The Walking Dead.